Many buildings collapsing have been witnessed in the country, causing a lot of damage and disaster, which the Institute of Engineers in the country, through their president Eric Ohaga, says it is because of using quack engineers who are not qualified and licensed by their institutions.
Fundi yeyote hapo nje kwa mjengo sio engineer. Kabla utafute mtu ambaye anaitwa fundi, jiulize kwanza kama yeye ni engineer. Na engineer ni yule ambaye amesajiliwa na Engineers Board of Kenya.
You look at these requests that are coming to the county government in the tune of 705. This means these are 705 new buildings that are being requested. And therefore we are asking the government to ensure that we have 700 engineers who will be able to design, make approvals, and supervise this particular infrastructure project in the country. And by so doing, we'll be ensuring that these ideas of collapsing buildings will be a thing of the past.
Eric claims that county governments needs 1,500 more engineers to manage the design, approval, management of infrastructure projects being implemented.
If you engage professional engineers all the way from the design stage, they're able to design, they're able to provide specifications for the materials that you're going to use during construction. You also need to retain them to make sure that they check the quality of the materials that you're using during construction and make sure that the design is complied with. Now the gap in our industry comes in whereby you look for the engineers to get your designs approved. After that, you don't care. You just do it the way you want. No one to check and make sure the materials are correct. No one to make sure that you fulfill the requirements of the design. And that's the gap.
Bridged. This is what is ailing this country because there are several other counties that do not have a single professional engineer. And the works of the engineers in these counties is very critical. So we are asking for the employment of 1,500 additional professional engineers.
In addition, importation of foreign workers have been witnessed, claiming that there is a need to stop recruiting foreigners for jobs that can be performed by locals, instead to provide employment opportunities for young Kenyans who graduate from TVET technical institutions.
We have seen the importation of lower cadre engineering labor force into this country. Over the last few years, we have seen an influx of foreigners coming into this country to undertake manual jobs. You'll be surprised that we have welders being imported into these countries. We have artisans coming into this country. And more importantly, we even have traffic marshals coming from other countries to undertake manual jobs. This country is churning out to the tune of 5,000 young graduates from TVET institutions. These are Kenyans who have spent taxpayers' money, and they are graduating from these institutions and they are not able to get these jobs because the foreigners have been allowed to come on board and undertake these particular duties. So we are asking the government to ensure that we give opportunities to the local artisans, the local welders, so that we can grow this economy. We know we are looking at the Vision 2030, and the people that are on the core of the delivery of this vision are these engineers in this country. And we shall assure you that we shall deliver on the competencies, on the quality of the engineers that are required for purposes of giving quality work and the agenda, the infrastructure agenda in this country.
These engineers say that their doors are open to ensure that Kenya's Vision 2030 for housing sector is fulfilled.
This is critical because we have looked and seen several issues where developers in these countries avoid the use of professional engineers. An investment that has costs about 100 or 200 million coming down crumbling just because you want to avoid the use of professional engineer. These rates range between 2% to 10% of the cost of the project.
Yeah, we are well aware that the government has in place plans to increase the number of low-cost housing in the country to be able to serve the number of population of Kenyans who may not be able to afford high-cost houses. So in this regard then, when it comes to aspects such as building materials, this is one place where the government can support building materials which are subsidized to to be able to cater for the building of these houses. And as engineers, we wish to state that we are very ready to work with the government in the creation of jobs for the million of youth who do not have jobs.
For Ebru TV, Amode Francis.